But I'm living in delusion. You
Mhm.
know, I'm trying to dip unfathomable nuggets in the sauce of the cosmos every day.
We have more dumb fucks than we've ever had. It is a chosen stupidity, is a chosen ignorance that I think so many people are operating with.
I'm an anarchist in that way. I really believe on setting shit on fire, then, sweeping the ashes off.
Hey guys, welcome to Too Personal. I'm Joy Taylor. Make sure you hit subscribe if you haven't already. Really excited to talk to Guapdad 4000 today on Too Personal. He's a Grammy nominated recording artist, a rapper, performer, and actor, and a good friend of mine. And that is going to be a great conversation. But before we get to that, in today's episode of Men Will Do Anything But Go to Therapy, I came across this article that, it takes a lot to shock me on the internet these days. There's quite a bit of stuff on there, but this story really put it over the edge for me. It was an article published by the New York Post that men are using AI software to create hyper-realistic romantic partners only to berate and degrade them. So basically, they're creating AI girlfriends that they have these sexual relationships with, and then after they verbally abuse them, they threaten to uninstall the app, they call them super degrading names, and basically have a verbally abusive relationship with their AI girlfriends. Are y'all okay? Like, are you okay? I'm sending out the bat signal. Are men okay? As someone who is a survivor, obviously this is incredibly triggering, and the sound of this story is really insane. But I actually think I'm starting to believe that it's really a problem. The idea of creating a fake girlfriend for you to abuse, that should be a sign that you need to talk to someone. And I'm not being sarcastic. It's time. It's time. It's not okay because it's a robot. It is very troubling that someone would even have the idea of this, let alone this being an actual thing that men are doing. And I understand that there is this loneliness epidemic going on with men in society. 1/3 of young men feel that no one will fall in love with them. Men feel like they can't fill the role of provider, so they're 16.3 times more likely to contemplate suicide. 69% of young men agree with the statement that no one cares if men are okay. A lot of young people feel like they will never find love in their life. I understand that there are some real issues facing people and their ability to connect with others. And the gender war that we sometimes, have kind of playful conversations about actually is a real thing that affects people. That being said, it's not women's fault that men are having trouble connecting with human women. It is not women's fault that the patriarchy has created these gender roles where men are supposed to provide and women are supposed to take care of the home. And now that women have finally achieved some autonomy to be able to have control over their finances, so that, I don't know, if their husband is beating them, they can take their kids and leave. And circling back to how this conversation started, men are creating fake women to abuse online. So the idea that women were getting abused at home should not be that crazy to hear. It is the patriarchy's fault. And when we talk about the patriarchy, there's this immediate eye roll that comes to everyone. But the fact of the matter is the patriarchy doesn't just hurt women. It creates a space where men cannot be empathetic. They cannot have feelings. They cannot provide something other than money. And that seems to be something that is emotionally affecting a lot of young men and men in general. If you don't want to be looked at as only the provider, then bring more to the table than provisions. But in order to do that, you have to develop a personality. You have to be an empathetic person. You have to care about what other people want that goes beyond money. That's why a lot of women are talking about now connecting with men and the idea that the traditional roles don't play the same factor in dating. Yes, there's a lot of propaganda online that women only want to be with millionaires. There's also a lot of propaganda online that men only want to be with women with BBLs. The reality is, if you go outside and touch grass, there are millions of people, billions of people who are just out there looking for love, looking for connection, looking for relationships, but you have to provide more than just provisions. Yes, that there's a new age. And sometimes you might meet a woman who wants just material things. And guess what? She's not for you. And if it's a woman who has access to material things or her own material things, then she might want just personality. And if you don't have one of those, she's not for you. But I would encourage, if you are someone who has decided to make an AI bot to abuse, not joking, please seek help. This is so deeply disturbing that we have reached this point in society where this is a thing. It's not like one guy did this. Like, not only do they think this is something that they should do, but they actually think it's positive because they're not abusing a real person. This is where we are, guys. All right, time to talk to my friend Guapdad. I am so excited to have Grammy-nominated artist Guapdad 4000 on the show. Rapper, songwriter, actor, creative, and a dear friend. Welcome, Guap.
Thank you for having me.
In your summer fit?
Yeah. Big boy pants on.
Big boy pants. Yeah. Guap is quite the dresser. What is your style inspiration?
Right now, it swings in between like the 50s and the 70s, pulling from a lot of black, brown silhouettes, from like traditional to dandy to like hippie shit sometimes. Yeah.
Do you feel like sometimes in style for men, there's a hesitation to go back to those eras because not us, but some people have made it seem like it's like feminine to do all that?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
I mean, I think because it's still, you know how every 6 months you're going to see a tweet from like some random, like really burly black looking dude about how it's like a gay agenda or something. That's always in rotation.
He's got to be burly.
Mm-hmm. Patchy beard, but like
it doesn't connect.
You know what I'm saying?
It's always the beards that doesn't connect for the gay agenda.
Every time you're going to see some shit like that, I can't really describe the root of it, but I think that's like the essence of that hate, and then it kind of waters down and people just not rocking with certain things.
The irony of it is there's like a trend on TikTok, and I see it on IG too, of dressing for the female gaze versus dressing for the male gaze. And gaze, not gaze, eye gaze, not gaze. Just so everyone is paying attention.
I mean, it's kind of like a double entendre.
It is a double entendre, but I am saying eye gaze. And when you dress for women, it's like this. And it is more tailored. It's more specific. It's more intentional. And the irony is that is what will be labeled as the gay agenda.
Yeah. But I mean, that's people who maybe those dudes really want a woman who only has those type of ideals in black and white about what's masculine and feminine. Good for them niggas. I like women and I want women to like me. So I'm dressing for the female gaze and the female gaze. They be stealing fish for me too.
Where do you get your confidence in that though? Because you are an extremely confident person, but your confidence is understated, if I might say.
Because I like to keep it at confidence. The problem with having such big admiration for myself and belief in my ability or abilities, it's a thin line between holding that and then just being vain or like pure out of the ego. So I like to keep it under wraps for real. I like to just you scaled it that way, because I feel like anything on the other side, it's just kind of poisonous to the self.
Have you had an experience with your ego that you didn't like?
Yeah, all the time, all the time. I don't really feel awkwardness. You know, I have to like look at body language to know when somebody feels awkward or uncomfortable. That was a learned thing for me. So being as blunt a speaker as I am, I done ran into all kind of miscommunication. People call me a dick or think I don't care about things that I'm really passionate about. But I wasn't able to look outside of my own ego and perceive myself in the moment spectrum.
I struggle with ego a lot because I'm a man, and I kind of feel like in some ways I don't want to lose the benefits of having an ego, because I think ego and confidence are sort of and power are kind of all intertwined. And in order to move around a world that doesn't want you in a lot of spaces, and defending yourself from the power of haters, and showing up as yourself in your full, glory, it kind of requires a little bit of delusion.
Yeah.
And
I'm a delusional ass nigga. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But for me, my delusion isn't really attached to my ego so directly. You know, it's really attached to everything. Like I think everything is possible, whether I am physically capable of doing it currently or not. I feel like that's where my ego get checked. But I'm living in delusion. You
Mhm.
know, I'm trying to dip unfathomable nuggets in the sauce of the cosmos every day.
I love you, Guap. um, where's your creativity take you most times? Because I find when I'm in a creative space, I'm usually a little sad.
Yeah. I definitely get creative when I'm sad, for sure, for
Is that
sure.
your best creative space? Because in some ways, I believe when I look at certain artists and you look at what's happening in their life, sometimes their best work is tied to
Yeah.
their, rawest moments or most painful moments.
I think for me, maybe my realest songs is when I pull from that trauma or those experiences. And it is like the bottom line. But like things that I feel like super ring true to me when I'm making a song. But I think I like am the most creative when my life is lit. When I'm seeing progress in like all my endeavors and I
Hmm.
just have the freedom to clock out and make a song, that's when I make the best shit.
Do you like to write?
Hmm.
Does it hit you random times, or do you have to make time to write? Because I have to make time to write.
It depends on what it is. When I was doing like the freestyle series, I took the time out to write those and study and do the homework so I could deliver them and execute them in the way that people will respect. But I was just in Chicago. Chance the Rapper had a skating rink party, and they would play a techno instrumental. I freestyled to that bitch for like 8 minutes on loop, doing laps around the ring. I'm talking about sweating. I had to come out the shirt. It was weird. I got sweaty, but I was just typing on my phone the whole
You
time.
were skating and typing?
Hmm. Feeling it too. Feeling it.
You didn't fall?
No, no, no. I'm way more player than that. I've been through that already. I spend my time on the hardwood like the rest of us.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Mhm. Can you do the crossover move?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my big move at the skating rink.
Yeah.
I couldn't do shit but cross the other foot.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'll still
sir.
fall
I'll be all
skating
dramatic
backwards.
about it like I'm doing something.
Yeah. Skating backwards, I still fall. Or I could still fall, but
Nah, I can't do no skating backwards. I haven't been roller skating in quite some time. Um, Ice skating is tough though. It messes up my ankles. They're too skinny.
yeah.
It's not for me.
Hmm.
Not for me. Um, we always have really interesting conversations about society and politics. I obviously, like most people, am super exhausted with watching people burn the world to the ground. Yeah, same. Same. How are you handling all the barrage of news every day?
Um, I expected it.
Right.
I expected it when honestly, either candidate that was just in this last race, whoever would have won, I expected it for this year. We was kind of barreling into this
Hmm.
regardless. I think our current president has clearly amplified that and put us on the fast track to what I felt like was coming anyway. But here it go.
You felt like the collapse of the empire was coming.
Mm-hmm. I prayed for it actually. I didn't
You
know that
prayed
it
on our
would.
downfall.
Uh-huh.
Why do you think that it needs to fall?
Um, I'm an anarchist in that way. I'm from Oakland, California. I really believe on setting shit on fire, then, sweeping the ashes off. And at this point, especially with all that has been revealed for the politicians in our government, the whole cabinet, everybody is a compromise, like Zionist supporter. All these things keep getting deleted, and everybody. I had to stop talking about this maybe like last year. I was losing deals and shit. Everybody was like, no, that's anti Semitic. I'm happy that the internet is caught up to that knowledge. But clearly, with the renege of the Epstein
Fucking crazy.
shit, it's like, bro, they really think that everybody in this country is dumb as fuck.
Well, a lot of people in this country are dumb as fuck. Guap.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. I think more are dumb as fuck than are not dumb as fuck.
I'd agree.
I think we have more dumb fucks than we've ever had, because I don't think that it's just a matter of access to information or education. There are brilliant people who do not have high levels of education or experience, that are just born gifted, that can figure things out, build things, create things, run things. It is a chosen stupidity, is a chosen ignorance that I think so many people are operating with. And as an intellectual, it's exhausting, because I know how much I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's a privilege to know what I do know, but I know how much I don't know. And I don't think it is cute to talk about things I don't know anything about. It's like an addiction for people.
Mm-hmm. Especially because they get so many people to support them, wrong or right. It's more than like ease of access or the area of information. It's really the area of like baby cults.
Mm-hmm.
Influencers have come to the point where you could really control somebody's whole day, from everything that you recommend to how they sleep. I think that there's a moral line that needs to be drawn eventually when all this shit is said and done, about who really gets to talk about what, because it's too much power right now, or it'll get too much. Right now, as a person who wants to see it burn, some of those people still need the power
Mm-hmm.
because they
got to burn it
you
down.
know what I'm saying? They got to burn it down. But then after that, we're going to have some checks and balances around this motherfucker.
Well, there used to be gatekeeping, but of course, like anything, they abused the gatekeeping. So it could only be certain demographics of people that had access to this level of education and these kind of resources. And so therefore, those people were the only ones that got hired to work in media. They were the only ones that got put in positions to be doctors. They're the only ones that put in positions to be politicians. So now they weren't necessarily unqualified, but they were still selected because of who and what they were. So there was this level of gatekeeping that made sense, except for you weren't allowing other people into the space. So now the overcorrection is everybody can talk. And it's like, no, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And if your provision to society is to just talk about how you feel or whatever, like, cool. My issue is people showing up as subject matter experts on shit they don't know nothing the fuck about. And it's very obvious from the start. But I think there is, because we've devalued experts so much, that now if somebody says something that you like to hear, you just put them on a pedestal.
Yeah. I think that's remnant of like clickbait culture. You know how Some people just believe whatever big bold black text is over top the meme subconsciously now.
Mhm.
That has rolled over into favoritism on the internet with downloading information and processing that. Like people really just playing choose your own truth live in our face.
If you, when everything burns to the ground, because it's inevitable, what would be the first thing that you do?
Man, try to salvage whatever I feel like could have worked or was working from the ashes and let the wind blow away the rest.
Do you think that AI is as problematic as everyone
I
is
think
saying?
I think if you really got a problem with AI on it from a creative standpoint, when it comes to business information and the government, we always should be. I'm always going to be leaning towards giving them less power
Yeah.
and less God level actions to conduct secretly or lie to us about. But creative, if you are creative and you scared of AI, then unfortunately for you, technology has passed up the years that you dedicated to whatever that specific trade is that you feel so endangered in. You should be now using this as a tool to empower whatever it is. And if you can't, learn something else, my boy. I'm tired of people. I got a million ways to incorporate it in the workflow as somebody who draws everything from scratch, sketch everything from scratch. I've been drawing my whole life. If I could find a way to use that to empower the workflow and not take away from real art,
Mhm.
like I'm not, everybody got a chat GPT flyer up right now. I know the exact style, the exact art, the filter, the little brown shitty thing it's gonna put on that. I be even telling people if you had ChatGPT design something you like it so much, send it to me. I'll redraw it for you, put it in Illustrator, change it to your company colors, and you can have a real graphic asset. People ain't even doing that. They're like, don't send me no AI slop. Boy, you don't want no bread. All this purist shit. I would love to hear how like a AOL purist felt about Wi-Fi when that shit came out. You know, like a dial-up.
Like it's over.
Yeah, like come on. You think
Oh man.
Blockbuster was really fucking with the Netflix boxes? When you come across something that's so dynamic with so much power and it is changing the field, you gotta roll with the punches. That's how I feel.
I agree. I mean, I think as far as like the government and all that stuff, I'm with you. Like they shouldn't be able to, control everything anyway. But when it comes to being creative, I was just having this conversation. Who was I talking to? I don't know. Somebody the other day about how dangerous AI is. And I was like, yeah, but I think if you spend time with it and study how you can master it and how you can make yourself more efficient, then you'll always have a job, like even in
Mhm.
the creative space. But I also fundamentally believe, because, I be paying attention to young people, that as much as we get more and more technologically advanced and rely more on technology, people in the contrast are craving more authentic things. We're
Mhm.
craving more individual art. We're craving more things we can touch and feel and that really feel like true creativity and connection. So they were talking about like, creating an AI like show. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not watching an AI show. Like I'm not watching that. No matter
Mhm.
how good it is, I don't want to watch that. I want to watch a person talk to me. Like I
Exactly.
I don't have that level of disconnection to the planet. And I know some people do, but I don't think enough do yet. Maybe I'm delusional.
I mean, I know there's certain situations right now that are happening in Asia. These like virtual creators have millions of followers and subscribers for like AI things, but it hasn't rolled over into the greater world yet. I will say that those that's what people why people shouldn't be scared. AI cannot. I follow this dude. I think his name's Koi Sun, Koysun. He is an Asian American sign painter.
Hmm.
I love his work. really detailed stuff. He makes great content. No matter what I type into any image generator, I won't get what he's able to do physically ever. That
Mhm.
type of work, now that he had to make content and put his shit out there to get known. In like 2 years, he finna be one of the most coveted people because everybody can do the cheap one. Everybody can do the slop. We got to make it through the slop era for then we. I feel like we can have a craftsman renaissance almost. Like
Yeah, I agree.
that. It'll be a demand for those type of people.
I agree. I agree. I don't have the fear of change in so much that everything has a dark side to it and there's no way to get around that, specifically when it comes to technology.
Yeah.
I mean, the internet has created unbelievable opportunities for us to connect, to create things, to make money, to sell wares, like create and announce movements, all kinds of things. And it's also a desperately dark place at the
Mm-hmm.
same time. And there's no way to regulate that out of it. Like they can try to shut things down, but it's too far gone.
Yeah.
But you take the good with the bad with it.
And it's already so many powerful tools that are open source. So this code, the access to this power, even in this early stages, is already public. This is going to snowball into something that we can't control regardless.
Yeah.
Regulations. They already didn't put the current models that you can find on it's there. You could download it on GitHub right now. Put it on yours and build off of it. You, anybody can do that.
Yeah.
It's over with.
It's too late.
It's too late.
Speaking of the dark side of the internet, do you believe in the male loneliness epidemic?
Yeah, I do believe in the male loneliness epidemic, but I don't really feel sorry for a lot of them niggas though. But I do believe it's a thing. Um, I don't know where. I really think the influence of the weird influencers like DJ Academics, Andrew Tate, all like the people who empower incels to hate women, that shit has rolled over. Like when I was in high school, this was before it's a great shift. Like we used to, everybody remembers when niggas would bully the dark skinned kids in high school, in middle school. We niggas was calling them African booty scratchers. Now it's a whole shift, and you watch Love Island, all the top bitches on there, chocolate and pretty as hell, and everybody empowering it. And then I even watch them on Twitter, like y'all act like blah blah blah. I'm like, wow. But then when you when you see the dudes in the comments from popular accounts, it's all negativity. So I'm like, what has shifted to where media is now boosting these silhouettes, but men are still tearing them down? Like it's the high school shit kind of got perpetuated somehow because of the internet. Like I'm literally trying to wrap my mind around this expressing it to you,
Mhm.
but these are major factors why I feel like we have so many communities of niggas who just isolating themselves from actually getting some coochie and touching some grass. I really don't understand how they felt like this was cool. I would never. I like if Andrew Tate walked past me at the mall, I would think he sell cologne. How did people start worshiping these weird ass, corny ass niggas like that? And they set the standard. That's who the kids got to grow up and watch. And then it ain't like when they have black influencers like Speed or Kai, right? All the Speed partners, all the Kai partners, they all got hoes. You only see the two most important dudes being the most politically correct. So we don't even have nobody to lean on people and really start giving advice on how to move like a gentleman.
Mhm.
It's just like, oh, I'm the star of this. This is the thing. Look at these spectacles. Like nobody, there's no representation for just a a cool male figure. Like who do they really got to look up to that has the platform that we talking about? People podcasts or popular influencers, like who do they have other than these dudes who only promote the smallest dick mindset I have ever seen in my life?
Yeah, it's a good point. Who do you have to look up to? Because a lot of young men are definitely struggling with connectivity. And I think that, I'm a bit older, so I grew up before the internet. And yeah, like there was bullying, there was teasing and all that, but everyone got it. And it was in person, and then you still went outside.
Yeah.
Like you still went and made friends. You found your own community, but you found your own community of people, not people on the internet who you didn't actually ever know or see or talk to. And I think that the shift really for those men is that on top of feeling like they can't get anyone, the women that they believe they should get would never talk to them in any version of society. They were never for them. So it's like there's this constant barrage of beautiful women that they feel like they have access to. They're seeing women from all over the world. And these women are projecting this idea that they're living these amazing, lavish lives that these men cannot or boys cannot provide.
Yeah.
And so they feel bad about themselves. So they try to find a place where someone tells them that the reason they feel bad about themselves is because of these bitches and not because they won't go outside and touch grass.
I just figured out it's white people's fault.
Well, yeah.
It's white people's fault.
I mean, yes.
Black people lead the world. Today's kids do whatever the black youth does. The black home was already broken up generationally by white people. It forced black women to then hyper excel in academics. Black men have then failed because of all the systematic things behind that. So then we have this whole separation because we got these hyper achieving black women, super successful black women, and then those who are not but still be able to be that type of pretty or lit at lifestyle combined with the internet. And then nobody's fucking with niggas, and then that rolls over to the rest of the youth. It's white people's fault.
I mean, I don't disagree. It usually is.
Damn, man.
It usually is. And when you think about it, most of these incels are young white men, and they're broken and they're easier to manipulate. And then the alt-right finds them and pumps through the algorithm more and more of this propaganda and this rhetoric that it's women having rights, it's the crazy liberals, it's gay people, it's black women, it's black men that look better than you and have more money than you, and they're athletes and they talk too much and all of that. So yeah, and then they won the election. So you're actually right.
I wonder what it would be like in the world if white people just went like a solid, maybe just 2 weeks, 14 days, and didn't ask about nobody else.
Mind business?
Yeah, like what if white people took all that business that they got and minded it? Just for 2 weeks.
2 weeks would be revolutionary.
Don't think about the immigrants.
Yeah.
Don't think about
abortion.
Abortion. Don't even think
climate
about
change.
other religions.
Yep.
Just only think about white people business for 2 weeks. Just try it out, y'all. See how you like it. Never know. You might want to stay there. You might be like, man, we been all this business. We could have been minding this shit. It's so. Just try it out. I know it might be hard. It's a big ask to only care about yourself. But please just try to be selfish for once. Y'all always caring about everybody else. And you see the rest of the world hate when you care. So stop caring.
We hate it.
We hate it.
We hate it. Stay out of our business.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
I know it's not, but
they are generationally nosy.
The American dream, right? I can only dream.
You can only dream. They're generationally nosy. Yeah, but I will say now that the world is kind of separated off from the rest of America has figured out that the rest of the world, even I call them the ancestral whites, are not trying to come here. They're not bothering with us. Yeah, they're fine there. And the more you travel, the more you realize there's so many places that you can live and have wonderful lives.
Yeah.
And the pitch for this country is that there's nowhere else to go. And that's kind of the pain for me is trying to explain to people, even the people that are close to me that don't see the rest of the world. And I understand it's a privilege to travel, but I think you can just like leave your neighborhood and like see how other people live.
Yeah.
And then appreciate the shit that you have and what you do. And that's the fundamental of minding your business, is understanding other people have their business and you have your business.
Yep.
And business is yours to mind.
It's a lot of it too. It like usually be hella business.
White people have a lot of business.
A ton of it. Most of it. I'd say statistically. It's a lot to mind.
What is one solve you would have for the internet? Like if you could change something on the internet. Like mine would be that if you are going to comment on social media, you have to have your full name and address.
I was going a little similar, but a little bit more targeted.
Mm-hmm.
We need to unplug a decent part of India from the internet for like a week and see what happens.
So you just want
unplug them real quick.
Everything to fail.
And people, we just need to see how many accounts really don't exist anymore.
Oh, the bots.
Yeah.
The bot farms. The bot farms.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So now
then
we're
going to
going.
do China after.
Yeah.
All right, let's see who's still tweeting,
Mm-hmm.
who's still posting on the gram, because we know it's not nobody from over there. All right. Plug them back in. Okay, who started back up? All right, got y'all. That's what I do with the internet. I just start cutting niggas' water off. Like, hold on. The fuck y'all doing? All right,
There's so many bots. There's so much fake shit.
Yeah, it's just so, like, we really finna enter the era of slop. I can use Google VO, Haluo, any video generator right now for free for most of the day and make you eat chips the flavors aren't even real. Got you pulling out of mysterious Dorito bags right now. Craziest Doritos you ever seen. I make you pull a kitten out of a Dorito bag, Joy. How you get it in there? You didn't.
The era of slop is so real, though.
It's crazy. And you know what's so crazy about the AI video shit, too? I just said this yesterday with my brother. People got the chance to do anything. Like I said, you can make anything. And the first shit that started going viral is people from different races making racist videos about people from other races. That's all we see. It's like, I'm Shauna Quisha Quavarian Christ. And these are my 12 nigga disciples. Just like pure racist things. Just like Indian ones, Chinese ones. That's what people did the first time they got their hands on some power. That's what the fuck society is on right now.
You know, I was thinking that on the way over here. I just think, like, wow, how strange it is. Like when you really think about racism, particularly in this country, like how weird it is that you wake up and you think that you are literally superior to another person because of your race and where you were born. That is so crazy to me.
Yeah.
I think I'm superior because I actually am. Because I have worked my entire life to be superior. Not because I rolled out of bed in a certain state with white skin. Like, what? Who even came up with this concept? Like, and you're white knuckling to it so hard that you're willing to destroy an entire empire. It is so befuddling to me. And asking someone to explain why you, white person, white male, you are fundamentally better than the next person who is not you. Why?
You know, I think right now it may have shifted. Before, it may have been an insecurity and a grab for power, but now they need to survive.
For sure.
Because they're leaving the majority and becoming the minority.
Survival.
So it's about, seems like survival to me, you know? You ever get some turtles from Santee Alley as a kid? You know how they used to sell turtles in the little thing? You get it for like 20 of them for like $30, right?
Yep. It was crazy. We did that.
By the time you go home with the turtles, like 4 of them left.
Yep.
And then the turtles start acting frantic. Now they hate the other turtles somehow, and you ain't never even seen turtles fight up until then. That's white people right now.
100%. Yeah. Now, if you didn't have that turtle experience, it's going to be a tough,
It's gonna be real tough.
a tough analogy for you. But you had to have done the turtle thing.
Yeah, I'm against that now. That was animal cruelty, but we of course didn't know that.
We did not.
As
We didn't know everything.
10-year-old kids.
How do you think all of this, what is it, the era of slop? Is that what we're calling it? How do you think that affects music?
You know, it's harder to get. It don't affect real music because real musicians, if they ever did use AI, you really wouldn't know.
But not even AI, just like the copying, just the kind of vanilla, the lack of creativity, the sound. Every era has a sound to it, but the static of it.
Yeah, I think music is already leaning more towards that. Back to the art, back to the craftsman, back to the original talent display, more so than it is the step and repeat, copy and paste type thing that's been going on for a while. I think all of that is done. I can't give to you the honest next steps because I don't know, but I know the music that I see people making is absolutely of the highest caliber right now versus what they may have even been trying to make last year or the year before that. The attention back to creativity and instrumentation has shifted. Musicality in general, people are trying to pay attention to the details, and there's an obvious want for it, especially after the Kendrick thing. You can see it right now happening live with the clips and their rollout. People are begging for a lot more substance. So I'm excited about that.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. I think Kendrick, that was a big moment for that. You're seeing it, I think, in movies as well. Sinners, like more original concepts, more going back to, like you said, musicality, instruments, live, the feeling of spontaneity, the jazz of it all, if you will. I think that's important because, especially with everything that's happening right now, art always preserves history in a very specific way that, they're trying to erase history in a lot of different spaces. Of course, the internet exists, so I don't know why they're even trying this, but good luck, I guess. I don't know. Like, do you control in Norway's internet? Like, what we just send the books there.
They sure don't control China's. I mean,
or Russia's. It is weird. I think it's weird that they're trying to erase history when like it's 100% preserved on the internet. But that aside, art through every era has, whether it's through music, movies, paintings, writings, preserves the energy and the feeling of the era. And what kind of scares me about art right now, which is why I'm glad to hear that, and I'm glad to see things that are like truly creative, is because this is a time, the era of slop, where things are super watered down. There's bots, there's AI, everything is filter, everything is like, is this real? You got to make sure that your mom knows that the lizard crawling on the Eiffel Tower is not happening.
I'm like, that baby in Puerto Rico did not see an 8-winged angel, grandma. That's not real. That's not real. The baby got 8 fingers. It's not real.
AI has got to work on their hands.
No, I mean, there's some fixes now. There's some fixes. It's catching up.
It's catching up.
It's getting scary.
Because the original AI hands were so...
Yeah, no, it's getting scary.
Yeah. Well, yeah, so the art thing to me is important. Like, as an artist, I think it will be important years from now how we captured this time.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm excited for it, though. I can't help but be optimistic. I'm excited for the government to collapse. I'm excited for art to be in the Renaissance. These are my dreams.
They're solid dreams, Guap.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna happen.
I hope so.
Tell us a little bit. So I'm really excited for this movie. Him, produced by Jordan Peele. It comes out September 19th.
Yeah.
You're dropping new music around the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I know you can't talk about the movie too much.
Yeah.
But just, snowballing off of what we were talking about, because it looks super creative and interesting to me. Is that the vibe we're going to get from the movie?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's directed by my boy, Justin Tippin, and he's also from the Bay and Filipino mutt like your boy. So it was cool to be working with him while they were shooting all of this art type stuff, because just all the references were paintings and Renaissance and that era of art, real oil painting ass situations. So it's gonna be a beautiful film. I play a football player, and I'm super close with the main character.
I can't wait for it.
Yeah, we reunite and we do some shenanigans.
Okay. I don't want to make you say anymore, but I'm very,
but
very
I
excited
do got
for it.
music on the soundtrack and also in the movie.
Amazing.
Yeah, I got to work with the composer, this guy named Bobby, and it was super tight. I got to flip some of the stems from the score and work on that.
Was that your first time working on a score?
Absolutely. And hopefully it won't be my last, because that was probably the dopest thing, just to sort through the strings and the arrangement. I was like, I could hear everything. I felt so in control. But it was tight. I had to be super secretive, though. Like, even my roommates, I didn't let them come in the stew. I was in there chopping it up by myself.
Yeah. I mean, it's a big movie, and congratulations. That's really,
thank you.
That's an incredible accomplishment to do, and a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, but it was fun. Like I said earlier, I'm the most creative when I just feel the most free. I could do whatever I want. I could send them anything that I made, anything, and we'd work around it if they felt like it was tight enough. And I feel like I'm naturally tight enough. So I sent them so many ideas, and they actually picked shit. I was like, yes, it's just going great.
Well, I love that. So we're gonna check out Him, produced by Jordan Peele. That comes out September 19th, and your new music coming out around the movie. The White Do-Rag Party is on tour right now.
Yeah.
So you can get tickets at whitedurag.com. And then Hyphy Burger in Oakland opens on August 2nd.
Yeah. I'm super excited for that. I've been planning that shit on the phone all day. I made a coloring book for it. We're doing a coloring hour in the morning for kids, then yoga for the single mothers. My little brother always liked to do stuff for single moms on all our activations, so he gonna do yoga with single moms, and then I made a coloring book. We're gonna color with the kids. I got horseback riding and lessons with the Black Cowboys coming down, car show throughout the whole parking lot, and a big stage. I can't say Keek the Sneakers performing, but we got like a whole band situation that I'm putting together that I don't want to spoil. And a lot of talent. Pretty much everybody from the Bay, whoever was in entertainment, I'm trying to pull up at this thing.
That's dope. That's dope. Congratulations. August 2nd, Hyphy Burger in Oakland. This was great. Make sure that you follow Guap. Guap dropped one of the greatest reels in the history of the internet, in my opinion. About Hawk Tua.
Yep.
It's one of your favorite takes that that you've ever had.
Still to this day, I've never seen Nan Hawk or neither a Tua. So I'm still curious on what. And then I heard she ended up scamming people with a meme coin.
Well, yeah, I mean, it had to your point. I think it was a scam from the beginning. Because where's the Hawk Tuaing on the?
It's almost like they should have believed me when they let the video go viral, but y'all still supported her, you horny motherfuckers.
Thank you, Guap. Appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks to Guapdad for stopping by Too Personal. It's time for Never Too Personal. You can email at toopersonalpodcasts@gmail.com or DM us at toopersonalshow. And this question is, any advice for someone who is afraid to come out? So I would say the first thing would be to spend some time online researching. I'm sure there's plenty of material online to help you, form a conversation, to help emotionally and mentally prepare yourself for it. If you do have a therapist, definitely talk to your therapist about it first and make sure that you have a plan for how you want to do it if you have anxiety about coming out. I've had multiple friends come out to me over the years, and each was a very different situation, but I know it was an extremely emotional experience for them and was something that they were very afraid to do, which is very heartbreaking for me because obviously I completely accept them and in many cases knew. So outside of, making sure that you do some research to help manage your anxiety and ask the people that you feel safe with about if they did it, if you have friends that are in the community or, family members. But the person that you want to come out to, make sure that you know a safe space for the two of you to talk. I wouldn't introduce alcohol or, any kind of drugs. Should be someplace where you feel comfortable, where they feel comfortable, so that you're able to have an honest conversation with them and it be a safe space for you to talk. It can be a very emotional experience. And, having to have really hard conversations, you can build up the anxiety about how someone's going to react, and they may not react in that way at all. So if you have a support system, if you're lucky enough to have a support system, definitely lean on them. Definitely, read some stories online and watch some videos of people who have come out themselves. And if you have a therapist, talk with them as well. And there's lots of resources online for people to have conversations with you before you do it. But just remember that you're valued and you are loved and you're important and you deserve to live in your truth. Thanks for sending this in. If you want to be a part of the show, twopersonalpodcast@gmail.com, or you can DM us at, what did I say like that? DM us at Two Personal Show. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe and we'll catch you next week.